hear? Another person died at Goin Plateau. I just overheard this from over yonder. Another
Over
person
yonder.
hanged themselves.
Oh,
Oh my. What is this world coming to? Another one. And in the Goin Plateau reed field too, huh? How many does that make now?
What's that? Someone died. More than one someone?
No. What are you talking about? Say, sure I'm feeling peckish.
okay. I have to go talk to who? I don't think that's who I'm supposed to talk to. Oh. Who? It's I am. It's not them. Is there another NPC I'm missing back here somewhere? Hello? Anybody home? It's not you. Oh, it's over there. I'm blind, apparently.
There's people waiting. What's the secret to my gookbop? There's people waiting. What's the secret to my gook? What's the
Wait,
secret?
how much knowledge was I to spend? 200. Oh. The 200 energy gone.
No. Oh, boy. Yeah, you sure we can eat this?
All right, now that you filled your belly, tell us what you were chittering about earlier. About the reed field at Goin Plateau.
I knew that's what you came to ask us about. You gotta promise you didn't hear anything from us.
Yeah, everything you hear today is just between us. You'll take it to your grave. You feel where it is. If you go into the reed field alone on a rainy day, a woman wearing a straw hat appears and says, "Have you seen my child? Have you seen my child?" She chases after you with tears of blood running down her face.
Well, that's kind of graphic.
Yeah, and they say that woman, she just looks absolutely terrifying. One look and that image is forever burned into your eyes, driving all who've seen her to end their lives. If you ever have to go to Goin Plateau, just be mindful of what I told you today.
Say, aren't you servants of some Donable family? Shouldn't you be speaking with a bit more respect? How do you all know so much about a place so far away?
Excuse me? The nerve of this guy. We're not just any servants. We're the servants of the Honorable Chue family. Our master pretty much owns all of Goin Plateau. We work there, so of course we would know.
As the saying goes, better to be a servant of a wealthy family. Fine, honorable servants, please continue.
The rumors are truly frightening. I'd rather not entertain them myself. However, as a servant of the Chue family, it is my duty. Our master is very exact with punishments and rewards. As a head servant, he promised to marry me off next year. So, my curiosity about my bride-to-be's beauty led me to a physiognomist in secret. And, well, turns out luck isn't on my side. At least in this lifetime.
Bride-to-be? You look like you've already got at least 3 kids. But a physiognomist around here, you say?
You're not from these parts, are you? You don't know that old man? The one who always carries a bottle of liquor. He's a local legend.
Oh, yes, of course. The one with the bottle. Of course I know him.
Sleeping in the morning, drinking all the good luck. Sleeping in the evening. Oh, my head feels like it's gonna explode. Huh? Who are you? And do you got any booze?
Any booze?
Oh, my head. Oh, my head. Huh? reading? Oh, not with this beast of a hangover. But a drink might take the edge off. Hair of the dog, as they say.
Phew, you stink. You smell like you've been drinking all night.
Only most of the night.
Only
Man's gotta
most
sleep,
of the
you
night,
know.
huh?
Now, where did I stash that bottle? My emergency pick-me-up.
Hey, old man, stop talking about booze and give us a reading, will you?
Oh, you little thieves! You took it, didn't you, you scoundrels?
Oh boy, this does seem like that drunk physiognomist that the servants of the Honorable Che House were talking about, doesn't it? Wait a minute, did you just call us thieves? What are we, raccoons? Stop accusing innocent people.
Raccoon.
Raccoons? Now that you mention it, you kind of look like one. Anyway, if you want a reading, bring me some booze.
Bring me some booze.
Booze buried in the ground? I don't know about booze. People, though, should be plenty.
Huh? What did you say? Buried people? So were the rumors true all along?
I've got children to feed, so if you don't mind.
Bury booze? What kind of stupid nonsense is this? Who would bury liquor here? Have you any idea who owns these lands?
All right. No need to call anyone stupid. Fine then. Never mind. Please go about your day.
Fools trying to waste my time. My legs are...
Mean.
Ugh, that senile old coot. He's done it again. I told him to stop putting people in danger.
Ah, so he usually puts people up to this, huh? Well, any idea where his booze might actually be?
Ugh. It's probably in that corner over there. He comes here and buries stuff like a mole every night. Now, take it and go. No good will come of hanging around here for too long.
Burying booze. Burying the booze. Burying the booze.
So, did you get the booze? Take a swig, drink it down. It's a tonic for the body.
What? You were a sloppy mess a minute ago. How'd you sober up so quickly? You got quite the tolerance.
What? I seem sober now? I guess reading your faces sobered me up real quick.
Oh, is that so? Fine, what does my face say? And what about our traveler here, too?
They say I'm a skilled physiognomist. But what's the good in that? Look at the state of my household. I can't even figure out how to make a living for myself. How could anyone do sober readings in this state? Ah, but don't mind me, I'm rambling. What do you think about the people here? The workers toiling away at Gon Plateau. Have you ever heard the saying, sweeping in the mornings brings in blessings, in the evening it sweeps misfortune away? It's a saying that was created in the tall reeds of Gon Plateau, which is unfortunate because back in the day, people gathered together every season to cut down the reeds and made a living off of it. It was shared farming land. It never belonged to anyone originally. We all treated it as a blessing bestowed upon all of us by the king. But one day, people claiming to be from the Honorable Che House came and planted stakes, declaring it their land.
So what happened to all those people who used to make a living cutting reeds? The demand for reeds wouldn't have dried up overnight.
What do you mean, what happened? They had to pay for the reeds using the money they made from selling them.
Oh.
But why? Why would such a wealthy family do such a thing?
Because they weren't wealthy originally?
I mean, Does human greed know an end? Funny. He didn't have the face of a wicked man. He might have been tricked by someone else's scheme. But I think I'm starting to feel a bit parched again. Do you want to have a drink with me? It's something I've brewed myself. I've struggled with this horrible illness since I was young, so I can't go a day without drinking.
Yeah, right. So you mean to say that drinking is the cure for this so-called illness? Shouldn't you go see the doctor and get it checked out at least?
Nonsense! The booze I brew has medicinal properties. If you don't want to drink with me, go and entertain those Huajun down there.
Huajun? Why mention them now all of a sudden? And are there farmers these days that still burn down forests to farm?
Mm-hmm. It's written all over your faces that you two can't stand idly by in the face of injustice. So I'm just letting you know.
Ugh, you and your darn physiognomy. Now I feel like we just have to go there.
The Huajun are people who have gone through much hardship. They probably won't be welcoming you with open arms, so good luck.
It's a sad, you know. My name.
Let's see. Alright. Story time.
How am I going to move all of this?
How shall I continue?
Hey, look over there. I couldn't help but see that lady trying to move such a heavy load.
Just my luck. I swear this work will put me into an early grave.
Looks like she's beating that pot.
They say you never forget the ones who helped you through hardship.
You know,
It's gonna take her a long time if she does it all by herself. Why don't we help? We could get it done real quick. They say you never forget the ones who helped you through hardship.
folks fat streaming. Let's help the lady. What do I need to do? Load the cart. Alright, logs, and then talk to her.
Thank you. I don't think we've met. Whoever you are, you're strangely kind.
We hear that often, but they say you get what you give, if you know what I mean.
You're not, by any chance, Wagon Kebi, are you? You must be. Remember me? It's Do-young. Oh, yeah, my face is a bit dirty, isn't it? How have you been all this time?
What? Me? A dokebi? You got the wrong person. How could you say that? I'm a human just like you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was remembering something from the past.
Interesting.
We're completely out of materials. How could I possibly make with a whole lot of nothing?
Seems like this guy's out of materials. I have no idea what he's looking for.
Neither do I.
Repeat after me, and never forget the ones who helped you through hardship. You hear me, traveler? No biggie. We'll just bring whatever we think he's missing. The more the merrier, am I right? Repeat after me.
Repeat after me. Any things on me? Actually, so far I doubt it, cause honestly, I like.
Are you, by any chance, the Flame Kebi? It is you, right? Remember me? It's Satchel. I can't believe you didn't forget me. Where have you been all this time?
What the? This is twice in one day someone's confused me for a dokebi.
My apologies. I was remembering something from the past.
I was remembering something from the past. That's the second person that's mistaking him for a black spirit.
The chief wants to see us? I think my plan worked. But the chief has a visible dokebi mark. Everyone in town is really into dokebi, huh? Seeing how disappointed they were when they found out I wasn't a dokebi, seems like something must have happened here. Let's try to find out what. I'm curious to pry, but that dark cloud hovering over the chief is making me think twice about prying any further. Why did that old physiognomist send us all the way out here?
So I heard that you two suddenly appeared to lend aid to our village. Ah, you must be a traveler passing through. It's a symbol of gratitude, left by the Dokepi. It's a way of expressing their thanks, although we can no longer see them. Didn't the village people mistake you for Dokepi? The village has deep ties with the Dokepi. Thank you for your help, but I've no more to tell you.
I heard that people are dying at Goun Plateau. We poked around and asked all kinds of questions.
Are you talking about Dohun? We have a long history with him as well. Goun Plateau was our second home, before we were kicked out and fled here.
Huh? When you said second, does that mean this is the third? Then where's the first one?
This is quite a long story. Would you mind helping me with this before I say more? I must guide the lost and wandering Dokepi to a safer path.
Okay. Yeah, see.
I must guide the lost and wandering Dokepi.
Where's the tree I'm supposed to go cut down? Okay, well there's the potato.
Buy something like... Maybe all this suffering is just a dream. When I wake up, I'll be serving the Dokebi a proper feast. Won't I? Thank you. And sorry that I looked so disappointed earlier.
I am confident in my ability to handle it. Thank you. I want to apologize for my behavior before. You helped our village, and we should have been more hospitable. I am confident.
Ever been to Sumo? I'm actually the son of Sumo's chief. It was a special village deep within Dokebi Forest. In other words, I grew up with Dokebi since I was a child. The mark on my face is from the Dokebi, a sign of gratitude for saving a Dokebi friend from falling off a cliff when I was young.
So the first home you were talking about was Sumon in Dokebi Forest? But then how did you all... Wait, hold on. Did you say Sumor? I thought that place was...
So I guess you've heard the news. I mean, with the recent occurrences and all. The Yungam of the East even placed it under lockdown. The recent murder case in Moodle Village involved the chief of Sumo. My own father.
Whew, that's a tragedy that would upset the heavens. Oh, sudden leg cramp. Excuse me, gotta walk it off.
Oh, don't mind me. Why don't you go get a glass of water?
I don't think he knows you were considered a suspect in the murder case. I'm worried that if he finds out now, in his state, who knows? People do crazy things when they're upset. Okay, but just in case, we should be prepared for the worst. And as long as the Dokebi are watching their backs, I don't think we'll be able to defeat them.
Until recently, I couldn't fill my belly with anything but anger and water. We were turned away from every place we went.
I don't know the details. How did you end up coming all the way here?
Well, one thing led to another, and the wrath of Duokshini laid complete waste to Sumo Village. Fortunately, we survived, aided by the Dokebi who sided with us. And so, we found a new home in Goun Plateau. Luckily, the kind people of Goun Plateau welcomed us in. We survived by cutting down reeds in the communal farmland. We made friends and families. And just when all was settling, the Honorable Chui's servants claimed the land and drove us out. That's how we ended up here. Funny, isn't it? We used to live alongside Dokubi, cultivating the forest. And now look at us. Now, we're burning the forest down just to feed our families. Didn't I tell you? The people of Goun Plateau were kind. When we were there, we couldn't even imagine such horrid things. But after we were driven out, strange rumors began to circulate. They were saying the Dokubi were killing people. Someone had stolen Duakshini's bat? I have my own speculations on why such a rumor was spreading. Have you by chance seen a stone statue in the shape of a face on your way from Goun Plateau? They are all gifts from the Dokubi. They were grateful that the village took us, the people of Sumo, in. That stone statues have the power to drive away bad energy. And yet, because of that, strange rumors began to circulate.
Watchful Kebi, powerful statues, and still sinister events keep popping up? Isn't that concerning?
Interesting.
That's why as soon as we heard the rumors, we decided to return to Goun Plateau. It was pouring so heavily that day. I'd never seen such a storm. The rain was so intense that you couldn't even walk outside. And yet, there were these people in straw hats out in the downpour. When we called out to them, none, not one of them would respond. All of a sudden, as if the entire town became possessed, everyone's eyes rolled back as they hanged themselves from trees.
Oh, it wasn't people. That sounds like it was ghosts.
Right then, my body started to shine with light, and some old lady emerged from my mark of gratitude. What the? Old lady, who are you?
Not old lady, Sonny. I'm Granny Death. There now, my poor little birdies. Let's go out for a picnic with Granny.
Granny Death began to sing and tap the straw hat folk with her cane. And just like that, they turned into white mist flowers and disappeared. Tell me, Granny, what are you?
I'm here as a favor to the Dokebi.
What in the world were those things?
You mean those shadowy straw hat-wearing folk? Their begrudged souls now become birds.
Interesting.
Souls of those who passed while bearing grudges. We call them Gyusensei. They lead innocent people to their deaths, but they also suffer from grief and bitterness. Which reminds me of my father. He borrowed a bat from Duakshini under the Hyungam's order. He headed to Nampo, and that's where he was killed. Perhaps my father had become a Gyusensei. When I think of it that way, that resentment, it's much easier to relate to.
How bitter must they be to still wander Goun Plateau, unable to leave?
Those killed by Gyusensei are in turn becoming Gyusensei. What do you say? Will you help me send them off in peace?
Of course, I'm more than willing to, but can we pull it off? Did a Dokebi lend you some supernatural powers?
Oh, nothing like that. But a Brewkebi did once tell me of a phenomenal recipe for a drink. I'll tell you the ingredients so you can go prepare them. Let's meet at the physiognomist's house.